Secretary of State Blinken is in Jordan for meetings with top officials from 5 Arab countries. Blinken is on his 3rd trip to the region since the start of the Israel-Hamas war. On Friday, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu rejected Blinken's call for a humanitarian pause in the fighting as long as Hamas continues holding more than 200 hostages, some of them Americans.
The 2 million residents of Gaza growing ever more short on food, water, and medicine, while Israeli forces surround Gaza City and continue launching punishing airstrikes.
And the U.S. making its presence known, the Navy releasing photos of 2 of its carriers sailing together in the eastern Mediterranean this week. The USS Eisenhower on its way to the Middle East, meeting up with the USS Gerald Ford. We begin this morning with ABC's Matt Rivers, who is live in Sderot with the latest on the war. Matt, good morning.
Good morning, Janae. We're just about a half mile or so from the Gaza border there behind me. We continually hear outgoing artillery fire from here in Israel, striking targets on the other side in Gaza. Overnight, the IDF saying they conducted operations both in southern Gaza and just behind me in the northern part of the Strip. This as the Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry says that more than 9,000 people in Gaza have been killed since the start of this conflict.
This morning, as Israeli troops completely encircle Gaza City, concerns mounting. Close quarters combat amidst a soaring number of civilian casualties in one of the most densely populated areas of the world. This as Secretary of State Antony Blinken in Israel Friday, calling for a humanitarian pause.
A number of legitimate questions were raised in our discussions today, including how to use any period of pause to maximize the flow of humanitarian assistance, how to connect a pause to the release of hostages, how to ensure that Hamas doesn't use these pauses or arrangements to its own advantage.
But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu dismissing the growing calls for a temporary ceasefire in Gaza unless Hamas releases all hostages from the October 7th attacks. Netanyahu also saying, quote, Israel does not allow fuel into the Gaza Strip and is objecting to funds being transferred into Gaza Strip. Meanwhile, for the first time, the U.S. saying how it's helping search for those roughly 240 hostages still in Gaza. Flying unarmed MQ-9 Reaper drones using sophisticated video and communication intercept technology on board. On the ground, outside Blinken's meeting with Israel's president, hostage family members urged officials to bring home the missing.
This is on their hands, everyone's hands, in Israel and international.
On Friday, Israeli airstrikes hitting an ambulance near Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza. Israel Defense Forces say it was targeted because Hamas was using it to transfer fighters and weapons. Hamas saying the ambulance was part of a convoy transferring injured people to Egypt. And as concerns grow over the conflict consuming the entire region, Hezbollah's Hassan Nasrallah speaking publicly for the first time since the war began. The leader of the powerful Lebanese militia said all options were, quote, on the table, but stopped short of calling to expand the war to a second front.
Meanwhile, today, Secretary of State Antony Blinken moving on from Israel, now in Amman, Jordan. He'll be meeting with King Abdullah there, as well as a series of foreign ministers from other Arab countries. The goal to discuss this ongoing crisis and also to come up with whatever solution might be possible to try and help the people of Gaza.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.